Without a doubt, many brands have released great cell phones, and Samsung has done it for decades and always brings us new innovations, bringing new things with components that push these devices to the limit. The Samsung Galaxy F54 has recently been released, so we will give you a review on how it looks and if it is worth buying. Are you excited to know everything about this smartphone? Well, do not detach yourself from the screen and let's start with this video. The Samsung Galaxy line has always maintained the same design for a few years. Sometimes, some things change slightly in place and size, but the cell phone design with soft edges and the three essential cameras is always maintained. In this case, the Galaxy F54 comes with colors that can attract more than one attention due to its colorful design and escaping from the typical black, blue, and gold. Although some point out that fingerprints from fingers and hands tend to remain on the back. Something that could bother some, but to others it is just an insignificant detail, but a detail that matters to many in the lack of a battery charger in this cell phone. Samsung continues with the ideology of not including a charger with the purchase of the cell phone because they intend to be more ecological, but that detail is something that frequent cell phone buyers do not believe at all because it is just another excuse to sell the product separately and lower production costs. In the same way, it is not a practice that is only limited to Samsung because most brands are following the same step as iPhone does. As for the screen, it's a 6.7-inch 20:9 aspect ratio and 120 Hz, which makes browsing and other things smoother than the old 60 Hz. It also has 800 nits of brightness and a wide range of color that we may not have seen before. And of course, if you haven't changed your smartphone for a long time, you'll notice the small differences. A very important detail, you will be able to watch videos on YouTube and movies in 2K quality, something that will definitely be worth it. Watching Netflix will be a totally different experience. The new model of the Samsung Galaxy has brought two great cameras. First, mentioning the main and most important as 108 megapixel and the front camera with 22 megapixels. There are certainly great improvements, even if they're not very noticeable. If you compare it with the Samsung Galaxy A54, you can see small but big differences. For example, the F54 has a better focal length in portraits. Both at night and during the day, the photos look great, without noise in any section of the photo. You'll also notice better and smoother definitions than in the photographs taken by the Samsung Galaxy A54. And finally, good selfies with a front camera. This award has always been won by iPhone and in recent time by the Chinese brands such as Huawei, among others. But for the first time, we can expect that the front camera for taking selfies on the Samsung Galaxy F54 is excellent, and for its price, it should of course be. Being Samsung, we are used to having good quality processors, and this time we have the Exynos 1380 processor with 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of internal storage. For navigation and other general uses, this cell phone will be great and will have outstanding performance. But for people who love video games, they will have some performance issues with titles like Genshin Impact, which is so heavy that a Samsung Galaxy F54 can only run this game at 25 and 30 FPS and with lower graphics. Another title that might work a bit better is the PUBG Mobile, where you'll notice an improvement in performance, but not much more than a few extra FPS. But for games that don't require so many graphics, this phone will perform well. But removing the theme of the video games, without a doubt, this processor will give this cell phone a fairly long useful life, providing 4 years of software updates and 5 years of security update. It also has an Android 13, that is, it has everything a modern cell phone should have. The Samsung Galaxy F54 is one of those smartphones worth buying. Obviously, it is not a digital camera to take incredible pictures, but the Samsung has managed to finally take advantage of its cameras, both of the front and the rear. It also has a great processor with a lot of power, so if you're a user who is not a fan of video games and just likes to use frequent applications and watch videos and movies with extremely high quality, then this cell phone will definitely be an ideal opportunity for you. Now we ask ask you, would you be willing to buy this cell phone? Do you think it has different things than previous Samsung Galaxy models? What other brands of smartphones do you like? Leave me your answer below in the comments, and if you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe to this channel to see more similar videos, and activate the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you when we upload a new video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned with Tech Pineapple.